This is Sports Thread, and this is the new free Sports Thread app, changing recruiting forever.
Once again, here we go. Know the name, know the flow.
The first social network made for athletes, where you can show your talent.
Thought I was weak, huh? You ain't see the work I put in all week, huh?
And where you can be seen by athletes, fans, and coaches nationwide. Upload all your stats to the app. Get exposure to college coaches. Get clout. And get certified with a check mark that will change your life. Join the squad. Download the Sports Thread app today. Sports Thread, it's always free.
Hi everyone, it's Jay with Super Patch. I hope everyone's having a great day. People are always asking me, Jay, how do these super patches work? So today I'm going to give you guys a high-level explanation. So first things first, every physical, emotional, psychological function has a corresponding neurocode in our brains. And these neurocodes, which are just messages, sometimes get stuck or damaged for a million and one reasons.
Good afternoon and welcome into the 2024 Sunbelt Basketball Association Summer Series in game number 3 here at the Sarasota School of Arts and Sciences Gymnasium here in Sarasota, Florida, featuring the visiting team on the scoreboard, Huskies USA, based out of Orlando, Florida, and the Sarasota Lions, formerly known as the Gulf Coast Lions. Excuse me. My name is Conrad Volz, joined alongside Kyle Ainsworth. Kyle, third game in the summer series. We were here for the last one when they played the Lions Perception. Not too much of a worry in that game, but what do we expect from the Sarasota team going against an opponent they haven't faced yet here in the Huskies USA?
Well, thanks, Conrad. It's going to be a Sarasota team not really knowing what to expect with this Huskies team coming in. It should be an interesting one. They handled their business quite fairly easy last 2 weeks ago. Won 92-50 that game. Tim Haggie making another game-winning shot in that fourth quarter. I expect to see a lot of offense at Tim Haggie, leading scorer on this team. The download menace of Demarius McNeil. See what he's going to do. Had a double-double last game. And see if they make their presence felt early on here, they should be okay.
100%. You mentioned the game-winning shot. Just to reiterate for everybody, the first 3 quarters are for time. The fourth quarter, the first team to get to that 21-point mark of the team that was leading going into the fourth. So hypothetically, if it's 62-60 going into that fourth quarter, it's first team to 83 points no matter who it is. And that brings in a great little nugget, because you could be down 80-20 and the 20 could win 101 to whatever score it is. So that adds a great little thing in this league, because it's truly not over, and it's truly not just we're going to run out the clock and see you later. It's you have to play hard every minute of action. The starters for the Sarasota Lions: Tim Haggie, Nico Abeda, Zachary Brent, Demarius McNeil, and Jordan Green. A huge and high-powered starting lineup here for the Sarasota Lions.
Yeah, that starting unit was the difference for them 2 weeks ago, Conrad, so expect them to come out and make their impact and make their presence felt early on in this game. You were mentioning that fourth quarter, the Elam ending. You used a pretty dramatic example, but I think it proves the point that when we get to that fourth quarter, it's not over. It will not be over until they have to score, until someone gets that 21. But looks like we're about ready here, Conrad, for some exciting basketball here in beautiful Sarasota, Florida.
100%, Kyle. Jordan Green to take the tip-off for Sarasota. And for the Huskies, it will be Trent Bryant. Sarasota is in the black jerseys with red numbers, Huskies in the white. And Huskies will begin with possession. Again, first 3 quarters, 10 minutes each. We're in the first quarter of action. Huskies trying to get the first points of the game. This is Santana. Good little pass over towards Simmons. This will be a 3 ball. If it goes, no. Pulled in there by Demarius McNeil. Floor general underneath the paint, and that's a miss there by the Lions.
There's one thing we learned about this Sarasota team. It's very tough to get penetration in the paint on them. So if you're going to try and beat them by the 3, you better make sure those balls go in.
100%. I mean, Demarius McNeil has just been that guy that owns the paint for Sarasota. Needs to clean it up on the free throw line. Was able to make his last 3 free throws his last game in, but they got to own the paint. And look at this again. I mean, not a bad drive there by Dylan Santana of Huskies USA, but when you have that height in the paint, it can be really hard to combat it.
And Demarius McNeil, just speaking to him right there, that's his 6th block of the season. He leads this Sarasota team. So, he, like I said earlier, he's going to make his presence felt down there.
100%. Speaking of McNeil, he's got possession underneath, being guarded there. That time by Santana, could not get it to go. Still looking for the first points of the game. This will be a 3 if it goes. No good. McNeil will pull down the rebound, and this will be a beta. And it is just all over the place is the ball. They go back the other way, and no good. Great defense there by Hagee. And let's see, this will be a 3 if it's good. No, but good rush hustle there by a beta. And they'll try it again. There it is. So the first points of the game, who else? Timothy Hagee. And it's a minute and 23 seconds in to the game. 3, again, not what you want to do, but they take the first lead. As we got a stoppage of play here, I guess.
Both teams, Conrad, playing fast early on, not really slowing down their pace. Let's see who can kind of control the tempo of this game and get to where they want first, and that could be kind of who takes control here early on.
100%. That's the thing that's special about stuff like this is these teams, they play hard all the time. Hagee again, up and no. But, I mean, the way everybody is just crashing the paint, no matter which side it is, I mean, these guys, they're playing like we're in the Elam rules, and it's the last basket wins the game.
Hey, we're only a minute and a half into this one. We got a stoppage here.
Okay, so we've got another stoppage here. 8:21 left here in this first quarter. Still 3-0 Sarasota. Huskies USA looking for their first points of the game.
Yeah, you were mentioning the physical side of things here early on. And show you how much these teams want it and how physical they both are.
The throw in there by the Huskies, catch and shoot. It's good if it goes, and no good. Another shot there by Chris Simmons. And just like that, Husky basketball. 24-second shot clock. No 14-second following an offensive rebound. Again, this league is FIBA rules only to try and feed guys into FIBA here in the Sunbelt Basketball Association. Good passing around here for Sarasota. And a floater gets in for Hagee. He has all the points of the game thus far as Sarasota leads 5-0.
Tim Hagee averaging 18.5 on the season. Fairly efficient. He leads the team in field goal percentage and points.
So we have another stoppage here. Got somebody from two people waiting for an inbound right in front of us. So we'll get that cleared up, but oh, the score clock's messed up. That's what happened. Oh, there it is. So shot clock's having a little bit of an issue out in front of us, but that's okay. Get that cleared up. Again, scoreboard is fine. 7:52 left here in the first quarter. Sarasota still leads 5-0.
As they try and figure out the shot clock here.
And waiting to inbound here for Huskies USA's number 3, Chris Simmons, guarded there by Zachary Brent. Again, this is the FIBA rules game. As you see the tape marks on the floor, that is the actual three-point line for this game. So if you try to shoot it from the normal three-point line, it won't count. That is upended there by Hagee. Puts it up for 3, it's in. Still the only guy for either team to score. Huskies lead 8-0.
We mentioned it earlier, the player to look out for was Tim Hagee, and he's certainly making his presence felt here early on, Conrad.
That he is. Huskies trying to find some sort of something here. Controlled there by Trent Bryant. This will be good if it goes, and there's the first shot made by Huskies USA, Dylan Santana, and they're on the board, 8-3. Physical basketball here. Hagee pulls away. Good pass underneath, and almost went out of bounds. Missed shot. Abeda is there, and we've got our first foul call of the game at the 7:04 mark left here in the first quarter.
Abeda might be the shortest guy on the court right now, Conrad, but he's somehow always down there in the paint getting physical and getting his hands on the ball, disrupting things down there.
You know, you ever seen those Energizer commercials with the bunny on them?
Yes, the Energizer bunny.
And as soon as they get pulled off the charger, he's like flying. That's kind of what he reminds me of. You just take him off the battery charger, he's gone.
Are we coining him a new nickname, the Energizer bunny?
I mean, maybe. You never know. Huskies USA on the push here. Simmons tossing it over towards Bryant. Simmons calling for it on the other side, but still controlling it here is Dylan Santana. Santana's got the only bucket for Huskies USA. This will be a 3-ball if it's good, and it is good. That is Danny Lewis. So only 2 buckets made here for Huskies USA is 2 threes, and it's 8-6. And we've got a foul call. So both fouls coming against Huskies USA. And
the Huskies, they find themselves on their own little 6-0 run here to limit the offensive prowess of Tim Hagee early on. And, hey, we got a game again.
Yeah. So 8-6 Sarasota. This will be inbounded here by Jordan Green. Hagee going to work in the paint, will meander his way up and good. Still the only Lion to score. He's got 10 points, and so do the Lions. It's 10-6.
Not only can Hagee shoot the ball, but he's got a great below-the-rim capabilities, and he showed that right there.
Huskies USA going to work here. Good defense there by Abeda. This should be a 3 if it goes, but it is pulled back down. Huskies, good passes here. Another 3-point attempt. Up and no good. This will be Lions basketball. All right, have our first media timeout of the first quarter. We'll be back right after these messages.
Hi, my name is Valerie Green, and I am going to be working with the Sunbelt Basketball Association in the capacity of providing workshops and education on mental and emotional health. We know that our young men get their physical health and physical workout while they're playing basketball, but there's another component that is kind of neglected, especially by young men, and that is their mental and emotional health and well-being. So with our professional athletes, we are going to make sure that they are equipped to handle life's day-to-day stressors. Our professional athletes are adult young men, some are dealing with college, some have families, some are dealing with work issues, but they all share the love of the game. But we want to make sure that throughout what they're doing with their love of the game, that they are good mentally, emotionally, even spiritually. We want to make sure that they have a handle on those things that are going to help them cope successfully with life. In those big moments that may happen, we think of them as huge events. It could be the death of a loved one. It could also be those disappointments that will happen. You know, there are different things that these young men are pursuing. We want to make sure that they have the capacity to handle life's day-to-day activities, even the big ones, in a way that is healthy and that keeps them strong. So we want to talk about self-care. We want to talk about tools that will help them cope with these sometimes traumatic situations. Mental health is not just about the down times. It's about being shored up emotionally so that you can handle these moments, and we're all going to be dealing with these moments. With our young men that are in middle school and high school, we are going to focus on how they can be proactive to make sure that they
Sarasota, Florida, featuring the Sarasota Lions and the visiting Huskies USA. While we were at break, they had a little, not halftime, but media timeout action. And we are back in action here for the game. Sarasota, Abeda has possession for the Lions. And only Lion to score points is Timothy Hagee. He's got 10. And there he is again with possession. He'll pull it from 3. No, not quite. And he'll chase down his own rebound, get through traffic, and put it up and in. They lead 12-6. I mean, is anybody else for the Lions going to score, Kyle? Because it's just been the Timothy Hagee show.
He got his fingerprint all over this one, Conrad, and honestly, I'm not even surprised. He showed that in last game, he's showing it again here.
Again, good passing around here by the Huskies, and that is a 3-ball in there for Adam Santana. I mean, great competitive first quarter between these two teams. It's 12-9 with just over 5 left.
Yeah, I mean, Tim Hagee's kind of, done what he wanted this game, but Orlando Huskies have been able to maintain it and keep up their own offensive production to stay in this one by shooting the 3-ball.
So Sarasota Lions will toss it in. Controlled here by Zachary Brent. Good little movement here, and he gets it to go. That is the first different Husky to score. Hagee scored the first 12, and Zachary just scored the next 3. It's 15-9. And I mean, I don't care what league you play in or what level of anything you play, scoring the first that many points of anything, it's a great start here.
I mean, it's a great way to get your best offensive player going and help him find a rhythm. It's just getting him the ball early on and letting him go to work. That's exactly what they did. Now they can kind of ease everybody else into this game.
It's a good pass there to Yusef Sways, but even better chase down there by Caleb Gilbert, number 55, but foul was called. This will be the first foul called against the Sarasota Lions. First free throw attempts we've seen for either team. It's going to put Yusef Sways at the line to shoot 2. And Sways will get the first shot to fall, and that's big in these games, especially in a competitive and game like this. You have to make your free throws because they could come to bite you if you're not careful, as he went 1 for 2 from the line. So score is 16-11, and a little mess up there on the scoreboard in the arena, but bound to happen sometimes. Sometimes you press the 2 button on the wrong side. It happens. We're all here to have some fun. Good little ball movement again by these Lions. Hagee has it from beyond the 3. Thought about it. Will drive it in. Floater, a little too strong. Collected there by McNeil. Can't get it to fly. Still being bounced around. Will be pulled down by Huskies USA. And they were looking there for Kevin Beans Jr., just a little too strong.
Yeah, McNeil's struggling a little bit more down than he did last game with his touch around the rim, but he's certainly getting his opportunities, and if I'm the Lions, you got to keep feeding him because he's such a crucial part to this team down low.
100%. 4:15 left here in this first quarter. Substitution in for Sarasota, number 9 of Jalen Smith, guard from, Montgomery, Alabama. Green to Hagee for 3, no good. Another chase down there. They say last touched by Huskies USA. Huskies are saying it went off of Anthony Lakai.
It's his first game of the season. He's missed the first 2, finally getting some action out here.
So 4:01 left here in this first quarter. Lions lead 16-11, have not surrendered the lead all game. So be controlled here by Gilbert. Good throw underneath. Lakai spins off a man, cannot get it to fall in.
It was a good spin move. He got the shot he wanted, but he just couldn't finish it there, Conrad.
Huskies USA, good move underneath, but they're going to call a travel. So that's the first travel call we've seen on either team in this game as well. So pretty relatively clean in this first quarter. Lions. Green will pull it, and no good. Lakai will get called for the foul for over the back.
Yep.
So 3:27 left here in this first quarter, but something you don't want to get a foul doing, because I get it with the height, but you just got to be careful under there that you don't pick up a quick foul that could maybe cause some issues later down in the game.
Yeah, they're just trying to be aggressive. Again, this is Lakai's first game back this season. He missed the first two. Just trying to knock off the cobwebs a little bit, probably.
So Huskies USA controlled here by Sways. Now over towards Pickens. And in and out. Lakai was there, and good movement there, just talking about him. Gets it back over to Hagee. Underneath, Lakai once again muscles it up and down. And that's 18-11 quickly back the other way. Oh my goodness. Keep your head on a swivel. And
The Huskies pushing it quick. They're trying to pick up the tempo.
Hagee again gets it stripped, but he said he was fouled.
And honestly, if the Huskies want to try and stay in this game and get an advantage here at some point, they're going to want to push that tempo more. When they get into their half-court sets is when they seem to have the most problems.
So first free throw attempts by the Lions. Huskies USA 1 for 2 from the line. This will be the first attempt here, this time by Timothy Hagee. First free throw is good. Hagee is 100% still from the free throw line for the Lions here in Game 3. And again, that's huge when you get in the later stages of a game or even a quarter. And he'll go 2 for 2 from the line and make it 20-13. And this Lions team, their lead has gotten cut down to 2, but that's all that has been cut down to in this game. They have just played hard and have capitalized on Husky USA mistakes in this first quarter.
Again, the Huskies team shooting way more threes than anything else. Honestly, all they can get right now.
Lions underneath. Lakai can't get it. Good move there. I mean, that's another thing, too, with this competition in this league for the SBA is you see the spacing of these two teams. I mean, Jalen Smith there was able to get the ball and collect the foul and is now at the free throw line. But these teams are very well spaced out, and the hustle between these two teams is unmatched as well.
Yeah, it's clear that they're all playing for something. You can tell they're all playing for something, and that can motivate people, and you're seeing that more on the hustle side of things and the way they're playing on both ends of the court.
A couple subs coming in for Huskies USA. Chris Simmons back in. Also in as well as Raheel Siddiqui, as the Lions are 4 for 4 from the free throw line as Jalen Smith knocks down the pair, and he will pick up a foul on the other side. 22-13 here in the first quarter. So 5th team foul on the Sarasota Lions in this first quarter.
That'll put the Huskies here into the bonus. 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Siddiqui will shoot the pair of free throws here. And that'll miss the first one. The Huskies USA now 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Sarasota 4 for 4. See how that plays into things as we get in the later stages of the game.
You certainly don't want to leave points on the free throw line, especially when you're trying to make a comeback here and you're struggling to get things going on the half-court sets.
100%. So Kevin Beans Jr. checks in for the Huskies USA. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. 22-14 Sarasota Lions. Good passes around here for the Lions. High pass, able to pull it back down was Jalen Smith. Finds an open man. Good spread out defense here by Huskies USA, and they get the turnover. Throwing back down, pinballing every which direction. Who's going to get it? And we've got a foul called. It's going to be shooting 2. So that Anthony Lakai picks up another.
Cut this lead down from the free throw line.
So Lakai gets the foul called. Is at the line shooting 2, Danny Lewis. And he'll make the first one. So 3 for 5 from the free throw line for the Huskies now. It's 22-15. Referees discussing some things with the players at the free throw line here. Like they were confirming from the scores table to make sure they knew how many free throws were attempted. Make that number 6, and that puts the Huskies 4 for 6 from the line. They cut the lead back down to 6, 22-16. This will be a pulled 3 if it's good. No good. Rebound there by the Lions. Still can't get in. It's attempted there by Kamonte Robinson. And Huskies USA back on the other side. Just over a minute left here in this first quarter. Going to do that last little push here in this first quarter. 3 is good if it goes, and it's banked in there by Braylon Pickens, and it's a 3-point first quarter.
Solid set. They did 2 high screens to get their guy open. Yep. Look at Tim Haggie.
I mean, that is insane how he was able to fight through that, and Huskies USA tried the cherry pick action and got lucky there. It's bouncing around, and I mean, I don't know what to say. It went in.
And just like that, Conrad, Tim Haggie goes on a little 5-0 run himself, puts him up to 19 and gives this team an 8-point lead.
I mean, this team is flying down the field. I mean, you could see the sense of urgency between these two teams. I mean, Huskies USA, the one thing I've noticed in this first quarter you have to be careful on if you're Sarasota is if they got a man streaking down the court and they find it, good luck.
Well, their offense seems to flow a lot better when they push their tempo. But I keep noticing them go into their half-court sets, and that's when they seem to have more problems arise. And that might not be on them, but more so this Sarasota Lions team has shown in the past how good they can be defensively.
100%. So this will be Lions ball, no shot clock here. We'll see if they hold for the final shot or if they try to do a hypothetical 2-for-1 here. 3-point shots and is airballed. And Huskies USA unable to get the shot off here at the end of the first. But, man, what a physical and entertaining first quarter between these two teams. I mean, I don't know, Kyle. I don't want to say it's too early to call, but it really is too early to call between these two teams because the competition is just that good.
The Huskies have certainly surprised me that they're down just 8. They're staying in this game despite Tim Haggie going off for 19 points in the first quarter. He's already having himself a game, and we still have 3 quarters to play. But I certainly do want to look at this Huskies team. If they want to make a comeback and not let Sarasota run away with this thing, they need to try and push this ball a little bit more and try and stay out of their half-court sets.
Yeah, definitely. And, I mean, the Sarasota team we saw against the Lions perception last time, I mean, if you make mistakes, they will let you pay.
Yes.
And so far, they've been able to get those defensive rebounds. It's just those early buckets just weren't able to go in. And sometimes, like, when you see a team that lives and dies by the 3, it can either help you or hinder you. But so far, I mean, that's what I love about this Huskies team is it's great competition for both of these teams. They're both just as scrappy, just as fast. And if they see something, they're going to try and take advantage of it. And that's the one thing. Sarasota's got to look out for a guy streaking down the field for the Huskies, or down the court for the Huskies, and to get that potential cherry pick shot. And for the Huskies, they got to watch out for Sarasota. Timothy Haggie is definitely one to watch out for. Scored the first 12, 19 so far. It should be an exciting second quarter.
And Conrad, he's played every single minute of this game, and he's still out there to start this second quarter. But here we are. Dylan Santana will have the ball. They're going to kick it down there to the post. Braylon Pickens now. He'll jack up a shot from the corner. Nothing going there. Haggie rebounding. In the corner, and that's going to get away from Tim Haggie now. We'll go the other way.
Right idea. Just got to hang on to the ball, and we'll see if Huskies USA can take advantage of that mistake.
Yeah, they try to push it there. Just got a little greedy. And here comes Trent Bryant. Braylon Pickens now control the offense. He'll try and create his own shot. Gets it down in the paint, and one. Trent Bryant absorbing the contact, putting it in. He'll have a chance for a three-point play.
I mean, that was just a grown man move there if you're Huskies USA, and that's something that you need to ignite your roster. It's like, hey, like, I'll fight for you in that paint, but get on my back. And completing the three-point play, and that's for the Huskies to start the second quarter. That's huge.
To cut that Lions lead down to 5 now. I'd like to see them attack that paint area a little more and try and, mix things up here. As Abeda will fire for 3, nothing going, and it will be an offensive foul on Sarasota. That would be on number 23, KJ Robinson. That is his second foul. Second team foul here early on in the second. And now Bryant will bring it up and control the offense. He calls out actions. He believes he has a mismatch here. He's going to try and make it work. That's going to be Siddiqui, and he goes off the back of the iron there. Rebound Green. Green for 3. Puts it in. Jordan Green knocks down his first 3 of the game to give Sarasota an 8-point lead.
And you could tell he was excited for that shot. It was kind of like a finally something went in, and that's definitely an energy starter for the Sarasota team.
And Green is shooting well over 50% from 3 this season for the Lions. He's been their most efficient shooter. As the Huskies a little up and under for Bryant, and that'll send him to the line for 2 more.
You see in back-to-back possessions there between Sarasota and now Huskies USA. Sarasota tried that action to chuck it down the court and try and find the open man to get that cherry pick action, but the paint defense was immaculate right there to force that turnover, and now they get a chance to try and get at least 2 more here.
And every time it feels like the Huskies start to go on a little run themselves, Sarasota comes down and knocks a 3 to keep that lead. But, hey, you got to give the Orlando Huskies USA their flowers here. They're keeping it close. That one goes. He splits his free throws. 7-point lead now. And that ball will stay on this side of the court, so the Huskies will maintain here.
Sarasota Lions head coach John Meyer can't believe it.
Wasn't sure about that one. Attacking the paint now. Bryant kicks it out. Off the back iron. And that's picked off there by Zachary Brent. He'll push it down. Haggy for 3. No. Rebounded Huskies. And Siddiqui will lay that one in. 30-25 now. We'll have a timeout here by the Sarasota Lions. They lead it 30-25 with just 7:43 here remaining in the second quarter. And we'll be right back after these commercials.
That's what.
Every day in the Tampa area, it's the best part.
Welcome back, everybody, into the Sunbelt Basketball Association basketball. I'm Kyle Lansworth with Conrad Volch, and the Sarasota Lions currently lead it over the Huskies USA 30-25 here as we are barely into the second quarter of action. And that ball's going to stay on the Sarasota side off the leg of one of the Huskies players. And Abeda will do the inbounding. Throws it in, it's blocked and rejected by Dylan Santana, caught by Abeda, out of bounds. That's a great defense there by the Huskies USA.
Yeah, Huskies USA has this Lions team on lock right now, and they are trying to take advantage of every mistake that the Lions give them and cut this lead down even farther.
That one will go off Tim Haggy, so that ball will stay here. You got to give the Huskies credit here, Conrad, being able to stay in this one. And that one's blocked. And a great awareness there by Adam Santana as he throws it off the leg of Nico Abeda. And we will again stay here with just 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Kevin Beans Jr. checks back in for Huskies USA.
Just 3 to shoot. Beans Jr. off the back of the rim. Rebounded Lions. That one, nothing going there. Rebounded by McNeil. 3 ball, nothing going.
Both of these teams trying to feel it out here in this second quarter. It's like the heat from the scoring in that first quarter has just gone away.
Yeah,
for both sides.
Certainly calmed down here. The intensity in the defensive end picked up, stripped by the Huskies. And that's going to be laid in there by Adam Santana. Now just a 3-point game.
And that's what I'm talking about. Santana was in the right spot, and they just chucked it down the floor to him. You'll take that every time.
Haggy now controlling the offense. Abeda almost gets his pocket picked. Little floater. Doesn't go for him. Rebounded Bryant. Santana. He gets fouled there by Zachary Brent.
That's a foul on the Huskies USA.
Yep. Okay. My apologies there. Got that one wrong. But it will be Lions ball now here. Just 6 minutes to go now here in the first half. Haggy now. Controlling the offense. And he'll try and get some penetration now, but a little bit of aggression going on there. Who wants it? All right. Tension's flaring up a little bit. Here, Adam Santana gets tangled up with Haggy, and that's going to be a jump ball. And it will remain Lions ball. It's a possession arrow pointing towards them. Beta to do the inbounding. And that one goes off the leg there of Zachary Brant. And Huskies USA now have a chance here to tie this one up with a 3-ball.
Yeah, totally different second quarter. Not a lot of scoring in the second quarter, just all-out defense, and it's the team's defense is there for either side. They just cannot get buckets to fall.
Nope. This will be Dylan Santana. He'll lose it mid-air, and now we're going to go the other way. Both teams' aggression gone up a little bit, up a notch on the defensive side of things. Both getting a lot more aggressive. Zachary Brent now. He'll jack up a 3 of his own. That won't go. Rebound, McNeil. And we will stay here. Haggy now. He'll step back, spin move, creates his own space, nothing going. Rebound on Huskies. Here comes Bryant. Corner 3. Nope. And we'll stay here if that goes off the hand of Nico Abeda.
A couple subs coming in for Huskies USA. This will be Chris Simmons and Danny Lewis, 4:58 left here in the second quarter.
Nothing but air there. Wow. Great hustle play there by Danny Lewis, getting the offensive rebound and going right back up to it. We got a 1-point game now. And a great answer there by Jordan Green.
That was, you can cut it to 1, but watch this.
Offensive foul on the inbound. Nico Abeda taking the hit. And that was on Trent Bryant. Nico Abeda getting a little chippy over there.
Well, it's coming down to who wants this more, especially in the second quarter where points are few and far between. And I mean, it has just been all out a defensive war between these teams, but they just cannot get the ball in the bucket.
Mm-hmm. It's been a lot of great defense we've seen. I don't know if you've ever, if these people know watching, but I'm a defensive guy, Conrad.
It's like the old football saying, offense wins games, defense wins championships.
Yes, sir.
So, never know.
Offense sells tickets, defense wins championships. That's what I like to say.
Hey, you know what? It happens, man. It happens.
And Abeda will inbound it. McNeil will take it. Abeda back out to Haggy now. Haggy hasn't scored this half. Still with 19. Will attack the hit. Nothing going, but great put back there by Damaris McNeil. There he is. We've been waiting for him. And a honest mistake there. Backcourt violation on the Huskies, and we'll go the other way. That's just something you can't have happen.
And you see the Sarasota Lions. I mean, back-to-back possessions, they've taken advantage of a Huskies USA mistake, and I mean, you can kind of start to feel something going back their way, but it's just a matter of can you piece together more possessions.
And McNeil, look who's here now, Conrad. You let him get going. Could be a scary sight for the Huskies.
And that's his bread and butter is the paint.
Yeah.
He owns the paint, and that don't do something you're not good at. Embrace your skill and let it fly.
The 3-ball banks it in. It's open. Braylon Pickens cuts the lead down to 4. And that's going to be rebounded there. Another 3-ball. Nothing. Out of bounds. Or a foul.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think that was Simmons that did the shot attempt, and there was 2 other guys that were wide open calling for it, and I think he just tried to force it too much.
Yeah. Well, either which way, Sarasota will have the ball now. That one's going to be picked off out of bounds, flying into the bleachers. Great hustle play. That'll stay here. Sarasota will maintain possession.
Everything looks to be okay. Little cart that dragged some stuff around got run into, but all the wheels are still on it.
Not a lot of room on the sidelines there, Conrad. You go flying, you better embrace impact.
Yes.
Zachary Brent for 3 off the back iron, rebounded Huskies. Here they come. Pushing their tempo a little bit, out for a corner 3. Nope, he won't take it. And that one won't go for Danny Lewis, rebounded McNeil. Here come the Lions. And McNeil there to clean it up. He's up to 6 points now this quarter.
Kind of feel like what they call in 2K, that takeover mode for McNeil starting to kick in. Didn't see that in the first quarter, but starting to just take over the second quarter for Sarasota.
Great defense there by McNeil as well. Here comes Jalen Smith. He'll lay it in. Sarasota increases their lead up to 8, 40-32. And now the Huskies trying to push the pace. And, hey, right there is Danny Lewis to cut the lead down to 6 now.
And that's what you want is those hustle plays, right place, right time, because had he not hustled, it would have been another possession towards Sarasota going the other way. So being in that position for the ricochet of the ball or whatever happens, I mean, there was at least 2 or 3 Lions around him, and he was still able to pull it in and throw it up. And, I mean, that's the difference between a 6-point game and an 8-point game.
Yep. You couldn't have said it any better myself. It's technical foul on Huskies USA. Not sure on what though, Conrad. I was trying to hear him. Maybe you heard better than I did.
I heard one of the referees say that they did something. He told them to do something like 3 times, or they tried to do like something that was told to them 3 times. I'm not sure, but that's what I heard.
Potentially a delay of game.
So number 9 gets the...
That's Braylon Pickens. They seem confused on it, but...
So scoreboard updated. The score bug on our streamer is correct. Huge shout out to Mr. O. Reason for...
What do we do without him?
Us having a stream and us being muted or unmuted and throwing up the score bug and the little media wipes and all that. So thank you, Mr. O, for making us get to be us today.
Making us look good.
Yes.
Making us look good. Zakari Brent makes both his free throws now. So it will be a 42-34 Lions lead here, or just over 2 minutes of gameplay in the first half.
A very, very physical second quarter. Just no buckets to fall in for either team. I mean, it's just so different from that first quarter.
There's going to be Beans Jr. will kick it out to Lewis. He'll try to make something happen. And a pass is up on the 3 attempt. Beans Jr., nothing going. Gets his own rebound. That should not be a shot clock violation, Conrad. That should stay here. Shot clock should reset when there's an offensive rebound, when ball makes contact with the rim.
Yeah, it's weird, but
it just person on the shot clock didn't restart it in time, and it went off there. But we'll stay here. And we got to have a timeout here by Huskies USA before the inbound. So with a minute and a half here remaining in the second half, it's going to be 42-34 Lions, and we'll be right back after these commercials.
This is Sports Thread, and this is the new free Sports Thread app, changing recruiting forever.
Once again, here we go. Know the name, know the flow.
The first social network made for athletes, where you can show your talent.
Thought I was weak, huh? You ain't see the work I put in all week, huh?
And where you can be seen by athletes, fans, and coaches nationwide. Upload all your stats to the app. Get exposure to college coaches. Get clout. And get certified with a check mark that will change your life. Join the squad. Download the Sports Thread app today. Sports Thread, it's always free.
And we are back from that timeout. Sarasota leads it 42-34 over Huskies USA. Huskies ball here. Just a minute and a half remaining in the second half. That could be a three-point attempt. No good. Rebounded by Lakai. Here come the Lions. It's going to be a foul on the floor there on the Huskies. Not in the bonus yet. They had at least a foul to give there, so Lions will inbound. Jalen Smith doing those duties. It's going to be Jalen Smith here again. Trying to make something work. He'll attack the rim himself, and he lays it in. Pretty lay by Jalen Smith. 44-34 now.
He hasn't scored too much tonight, but when he has, it has been he's earned every basket he's gotten tonight.
He's a crafty player with the ball. Here are the Huskies here, now under a minute left of play in the first half. It's going to be Simmons looking for something to happen. Out to Sways. He'll take his time. He'll get a three. And they're going to call a shot clock violation on Yusuf Sways and the Huskies. So now the Lions will retain possession. With just
I didn't quite see the shot clock before he shot that, but I heard the whistle getting blown after it had already left his hand. So I'm not sure if it was a miss look there, but kind of a bang play there.
Yeah, it was pretty close either way. And that's going to be on KJ Robinson, his third foul, fourth team, not in the bonus yet as well. A 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Huskies here. Potential 2 for 1. We won't get it. We got an offensive foul on the Huskies number 6, Danny Lewis. So shot clock turned off now. 22 ticks remain. Lions here probably settle for the last shot here before we go to halftime.
We'll see if they do that or if they try to maybe score quickly and do a little good old-fashioned 2 for 1. But
Caleb Gilbert will try to get that to McNeil. That will roll off the legs of the Lions. We'll go the other way here. Now 5 seconds remaining. Let's see if we're here for any dramatics. Sways from half court, maybe, and he won't get that off in time, so it's going to be a 44-34. Lions lead it as we head here to halftime. Conrad, what have you seen here after our first half of action?
I mean, that first quarter, 100%, it was back and forth. I mean, granted, anytime two teams play, whether they played a bunch of times or it's the first time they've ever played, it's a feel-out first quarter. And it was great. I mean, the capitalization on mistakes and just playing their game of basketball was second to none. But then that second quarter, I don't know what happened between the two teams, but the shots just could not fall. And it was just kind of ours isn't going in, you try. And I think for Sarasota, that little spark plug that they needed was from Demarius McNeil. He had 6 quick points in that second quarter towards the middle front half of that second quarter, And I mean, that's been the difference in this second quarter, why Sarasota leads by 10.
Yeah, very well said. Tim Hagee with 19 points in the first half, been a difference maker here for the Lions. But now we'll go to halftime here. From Sarasota, Florida, I'm Kyle Ainsworth with Conrad Volch, and we'll be right back for second half action. Don't go anywhere.
My name is Brent Bishop. I'm a fitness expert, kinesiologist. I own a studio, Think Fitness Studios. And aside from that, I'm a fitness expert on a national program that airs weekly. And what I experienced today, it's still kind of blowing me away, actually. Because, I'm used to working out and pushing myself to the limit on 2 particular exercises. I didn't think I couldn't do anything else, definitely, physically. And then just to be able to all of a sudden perform with good form. My name is Brent Bishop. I'm a fitness expert, kinesiologist. I own a studio, Think Fitness Studios. And aside from that, I'm a fitness expert on a national program that airs weekly. And what I experienced today, it's still kind of blowing me away, actually. because, I'm used to working out and pushing myself to the limit. On 2 particular exercises, I didn't think I couldn't do anything else, definitely, physically. And then just to be able to all of a sudden perform with good form and bang out, 3 to 5 more reps on something, it just blew me away. So, yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
This is Sports Thread, and this is the new free Sports Thread app, changing recruiting forever.
Once again, here we go. Know the name, know the flow.
The first social network made for athletes, where you can show your talent.
Thought I was weak, huh? You ain't see the work I put in all week, huh?
And where you can be seen by athletes, fans, and coaches nationwide. Upload all your stats to the app. Get exposure to college coaches. Get clout. And get certified with a check mark that will change your life. Join the squad. Download the Sports Thread app today. Sports Thread, it's always free.
Hi everyone, it's Jay with Super Patch. I hope everyone's having a great day. People are always asking me, Jay, how do these super patches work? So today I'm going to give you guys a high-level explanation. So first things first, every physical, emotional, psychological function has a corresponding neurocode in our brains. And these neurocodes, which are just messages, sometimes get stuck or damaged for 1,000,001 reasons, but that leads to poor health, poor wellness, and even poor performance. So after 12.5 years of research at Super Patch, we actually decoded these messages. We decoded the neural code that can help and control the neurofunction of physical, emotional, and psychological function. So every single super patch has a pattern and ridges in it. And when these ridges come in contact with our skin, the patch uses the receptors in and on our skin to send that message to our brain. And the brain decodes it. So every single super patch is generating a very specific signal that's responsible for a physical, emotional, or psychological function. And that's how the super patches work. So all 8 super patches have their unique QR code that's sending a unique message that our brain decodes. And that's why we can help with so many wellness, performance benefits that people are seeing. So until next time, you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.
Hi, my name is Valerie Green, and I am going to be working with the Sunbelt Basketball Association in the capacity of providing workshops and education on mental and emotional health. We know that our young men get their physical health and physical workout while they're playing basketball, but there's another component that is kind of neglected, especially by young men, and that is their mental and emotional health and well-being. So with our professional athletes, we are going to make sure that they are equipped to handle life's day-to-day stressors. Our professional athletes are adult young men, some are dealing with college, some have families, some are dealing with work issues, but they all share the love of the game. But we want to make sure that throughout what they're doing with their love of the game, that they are good mentally, emotionally, even spiritually. We want to make sure that they have a handle on those things that are going to help them cope successfully with life. And those big moments, they may happen. We think of them as huge events. It could be the death of a loved one. It could also be those disappointments that will happen. You know, there are different things that these young men are pursuing. We want to make sure that they have the capacity to handle life's day-to-day activities, even the big ones, in a way that is healthy and that keeps them strong. So we want to talk about self-care. We want to talk about tools that will help them cope with these sometimes traumatic situations. Mental health is not just about the down times. It's about being shored up emotionally so that you can handle these moments, and we're all going to be dealing with these moments. With our young men that are in middle school and high school, we are going to focus on how they can be proactive to make sure that they are in a good space to deal with everything that sometimes school as well as athletics will be bringing upon them. So as young people, I will have to say this, as a post-educator, COVID did a big job on a lot of our young people. And they weren't always given the tools that they needed. Even if they had a huge supportive environment, COVID really was a game changer. And having those tools to know how to handle when you feel stressed, when you feel overwhelmed, when you're dealing with worrying about a lot of different things. We want to make sure that they understand this is normal, but they can handle normal. And when it gets really big, they can handle big. One thing I will say and address is the fact that our young people are very resilient, very strong, and we are going to give them those tools to stay resilient, to stay strong. And we want to teach them, if they're not already there, we want to teach them how to become resilient. Resilience is not something that you're always born with. It is something that can be taught. And so while they're younger, we want to make sure that they understand with all the different things they're going to be dealing with, that they have the strength, the courage, and the resilience to get through it.
Super Patch is the most advanced wearable technology in the market, with 15+ years of research and development. Super Patches are 100% drug-free, non-invasive, and backed by science. Our skin absorbs and transmits information from many different types of stimulation. Every physical, emotional, and psychological function has a corresponding neural code or message in our brain that controls and regulates it. Due to factors such as injury, stress, genetics, etc., these neural codes can get disrupted, leading to poor health, wellness, and performance. At Super Patch, we've decoded these neural messages that manage the neural control of physical, emotional, and psychological functions. Every single Super Patch has a unique pattern of ridges in it, similar to a QR code. When these ridges come in contact with our skin, the receptors in and around our skin send a message to our brain, which then decodes it. This intricate pattern of ridges is known as vibrotactile technology, or VTT for short. When the patch stimulates the skin receptors, it generates and sends a very complex signal to our brain to correct the specific neural codes that may be disrupted. The effects are almost immediate, so you focus less on overcoming wellness and quality of life challenges and more on living a happier and healthier life. Whether it's improving your sleep, enhancing your sports performance, or unlocking other life-enhancing benefits, Super Patch has you covered. Try Super Patch today and start your health and wellness journey. www.superpatch.com.
My name is Brent Bishop. I'm a fitness expert, kinesiologist. I own a studio, Think Fitness Studios. And aside from that, I'm a fitness expert on a national program that airs weekly. And what I experienced today, it's still kind of blowing me away, actually. Because, you know, I'm used to working out and pushing myself to the limit. On 2 particular exercises, I didn't think, like, I couldn't do anything else, definitely, physically. And then just to be able to all of a sudden perform with good form and bang out, 3 to 5 more reps on something, it just blew me away. So, yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
This is Sports Thread, and this is the new free Sports Thread app, changing recruiting forever.
Once again, here we go. Know the name, know the flow.
The first social network made for athletes, where you can show your talent.
Thought I was weak, huh? You ain't see the work I put in all week, huh?
And where you can be seen by athletes, fans, and coaches nationwide. Upload all your stats to the app. Get exposure to college coaches. Get clout. And get certified with a check mark that will change your life. Join the squad. Download the Sports Thread app today. Sports Thread, it's always free.
Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to the Sunbelt Basketball Association Summer Series, Game 3 here at the Sarasota School of Arts and Sciences Gymnasium. Once again, my name is Conrad Volch alongside Kyle Ainsworth. This is the third quarter and final quarter with the time before we hit the Elam scoring in the fourth quarter. 44-34 is your score. Sarasota leads, and it has been an offense Offensive war in the first quarter, defensive war in the second quarter. First bucket of the third quarter scored by Zachary Brent to get things going for the Lions.
And that was a great way to push the tempo early, see if they stick to that type of game plan here in the second half.
Huskies USA, good job of passing the ball around, trying to find an opening somewhere. Good drive to the basket. It just cannot finish is Adam Santana. And good rush the other direction and score there for Caleb Gilbert. I believe that's his first bucket of the game, and it's 48-34. Lions start off the third quarter with a 4-0 run. Huskies USA. Good passing here. Trying to drive to the basket, calling for it with Simmons. Puts it up for three. No, excuse me, that's a long two. Foot was on the line. It is 48-36.
Chris Simmons' first bucket of the game. That three-point line can be deceiving.
Pass underneath. Does not make the shot, but collects the foul. He'll get a chance to shoot two, as that is Demarius McNeil draws the foul underneath the bucket.
And Demarius McNeil, she struggled from the free throw line this year. Remember his last game wasn't the greatest showing from the line, but he gets plenty of opportunities at that stripe.
He missed his first 7 in a row last game. 8th time was the charm for him, and he made the last 3, so we'll see if his free throw game has improved since then. And he knocks down the first one. It's not always the prettiest shot, but as long as it goes in, who cares? And tried to power through that one. Did not make it, but goes 1 for 2 and a significant improvement from that last game from the free throw line.
That's what they call it, a lane violation on him anyways there.
Huskies USA trying to go fast here. Double covered underneath there. Good pass off. Controlling it here. There's the Huskies, and it's taken back away by Hagee. Good pass. Keep passing it, and drawing the foul again is Demarius McNeil. And he'll have a chance to go to the free throw line. McNeil, 11 rebounds at the half, and when we say he is a master of that paint, I mean, the score sheet shows it.
Yeah, he's certainly, last week he had a double-double, points and rebounds. Now he's at 7 points and 11 rebounds today. He's nearing another double-double for him.
So he made the first 3 throws, missed the last 3. This will be a 3-point attempt here, in and out for Simmons. Pulled down there by Lewis. And this will be another 3-ball attempt, no good, but look at the spacing here by Huskies USA, and that's the second and third chances you can't allow happen if you're the Sarasota Lions. Long 2 converted there by Kevin Beans Jr. Sarasota trying to go fast on the other side, cannot get it to go. It's down to a 10-point game, 49-39. Good backwards pass under the paint there for Huskies USA, but it's intercepted. It'll be taken all the way back down, and that'll be up and in by Zachary Brent. And another takeaway. Oh, but it goes out of bounds, but that is insane.
He slid under the bench, Conrad.
Yeah.
He almost got taken out by the bench, but slid under it. It kind of looked like a baseball player had diving under there.
You know, you were talking about in that first quarter how he's not the tallest guy on the floor.
No.
Well, that was a huge benefit because there's 2 little rebars underneath of that bench. And if he was a little bit taller, he probably would have made contact with those.
Yes. I'll tell you what, though. This Sarasota team here to start off the third quarter have been all over the place. They are running around like crazy. Their energy, they must have all drank a Bang Energy or something in the locker room because they all came out flying around.
Yeah.
and it's been a lot to handle for Huskies USA right now.
Once again, if you're just joining us, the Lions in the black uniforms with the red lettering, and Huskies are in the white jerseys with the colorful designs on the side, along with a Husky picture of a Husky on the back of their jersey. This is pulled down by Hagee on the rebound. He'll get going, puts the other side, pass it off. This will be a 3 if it's good, and it is. I believe that was Caleb Gilbert with the made 3, and that'll get the Sarasota Lions going here. 54-39, lead is 15. Huskies USA trying to find something to slow this team down. Cannot get it to go. Pulled down there by Zachary Brent. He'll look to go himself. Shot no good. Another collected foul underneath there by Demarius McNeil.
Going to be another rebound for him.
Yeah. So Chris Simmons will pick up his first foul of the game. A couple subs waiting to come in here for Huskies USA.
And Sarasota is just going to do whatever they can here to give themselves the biggest lead possible going into the fourth, so they have a lot of room to play with that Elam scoring.
Another miss from that stripe for McNeil. Coming in to coach him up a little bit was Caleb Gilbert. He made his first shot, has missed his last 4. A little opposite from the last game. He missed his first 7 and then made his final 3. Just has not been able to find it, but Abeda nearly was able to pull it in. Huskies will maintain possession. A little mess around there. Oh my goodness. Pinball action, finally pulling it up. Hagee for 3, and he will get it to go. First points since the first half. He's up to 21. 57-39, largest lead for either team, and another steal here for the Lions. And that will be out of bounds. Lions basketball.
So Kari Brent has been an absolute problem right now for the Huskies with his anticipation of the basketball when they get in their half-court sets. He's just picking them off every single time he can.
The energy and sense of urgency is definitely in high gear here for Sarasota Lions. And good passing underneath. Make it 23 points here for Timothy Hagee. And, I mean, you want... If we want to start saying player of the game, granted, it's not the fourth quarter yet. He's definitely somebody to be player of the game as we've got our first media timeout of this third quarter. I mean, I just got to talk about it. I mean, Timothy Hagee, he's got 23 points already. He scored the game's first 12 points and went a little ice cold in that second quarter, but he has found his rhythm once again here in this third quarter. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. It's not that on again, off again. It's just he's been ready when it has been his time. Unselfish all game, but just what can you describe with that? It's completely unselfish on his part all game, but like when he's been on, he has been dangerous.
Yeah, and I don't even know if I'd say he went cold in the second quarter. I think he kind of just stopped shooting. He was allowing other players to get into it, try and get some people, find their momentum a little bit to go into the second half. Now he's like, all right, I'm ready to shoot. Give me the rock. And he's picked up right where he did in that first quarter. He has been electric. He leads this team in scoring coming into this game, and you see why.
Yeah. Spent some time at Central Carolina Community College from 2011 to 2013. Was at Fayetteville State from 2013 to 16. Was in a different league before he joined the Sarasota Lions, played for the Raleigh Firebirds and the Fayetteville Stingers, and has not scored less than 16 points in a game this season. Granted, it's only been 3. This is the third game. He's at 23, and we're not even at the fourth quarter yet.
Yes.
So Huskies USA will inbound it. Good action there. Reverse layup, no good. Abeda will bring it up the other way, passing it off to Brent. Brent starting to feel the heat as well. Hagee can't get that one to fall. And, I mean, just the sense of urgency. I mean, that looked like it was going to be a rebound by Braylon Pickens, and just that slight hesitation allowed Brent to pull down another steal. Good drive to the bucket, and that's Caleb Gilbert, 61-39. And Abeda again.
Gilbert's got 7 now this quarter. He's coming alive here for the Lions. to help them increase this lead now. I mean, they're up 22 here, thanks to Caleb Gilbert and Sim Hagge.
Yeah, they are just feeling it, and they have the swagger in this third quarter. I mean, Huskies USA, they're getting good, decent looks. They just have not been able to get them to fall. Trying it again from 3, in and out, and another third chance attempt, and turning around and putting in the 2. Kevin Beans Jr., you cannot let Huskies USA get comfortable doing that, because as we saw in that first half, they are deadly if you give them second and third chance opportunities. And fighting through
Thinking about second chances.
Yeah. Lions definitely heard us talking, because they said, hey, they get second chances, we'll watch this. Huskies USA trying to find something. No possession, finally picked up there by McNeil. They throw it back the other way, and flying through midair, and listen to this crowd getting into it as well. Zachary Brent, he's starting to heat up here in this third quarter, Kyle.
I mean, the Lions, Brent, this entire team has just completely came out here in this third quarter and have stripped all of the energy and momentum away from the Huskies. And that's it. That offensive foul there? Yes, it is. Wow.
So that's the third team foul for the Huskies in this third quarter. And I mean, Sarasota, what we've seen in this game, when they have found a rhythm, and they certainly have in this third quarter, it is so hard to stop. A beta for 3, no good. And they'll throw it high, and Hagge will intercept it out of the air. He'll pull it from a long 3, air ball.
All you can do is laugh about that one. He's having a great game. Had a little heat check there, just didn't go for him.
Yeah. I mean, the Lions looked like they were just trying to have some fun on that possession. Huskies USA just trying to hang on and get some points scored before this fourth quarter. As we keep alluding to, the fourth quarter is Elam rules. They add 21 points to the team that has the highest score, and that is the goal score to get to for either side. So,
and we'll keep you updated on that when that time comes around, and you guys know what to expect.
Huskies USA. This will be a long 2 if it goes, no good. Abeda will get the rebound, chucked downwards, intercepted there by Kevin Beans Jr. Nearly mishandled there by Simmons. Taken underneath, still Husky USA possession, and cannot get it to go. Rebound to Marius McNeil, once again owning the paint. Zachary Brent thought about the 2. Oh, what a pass! But they're going to call a offensive foul on Sarasota, but and McNeil is still on the floor. We hope he's okay. Might have just gotten the wind knocked out of him there.
It was a hard fall there.
So 3:19 left here in the third quarter. 65-41 Sarasota. And I mean, the Sarasota has just opened up their scoring, and they're starting to see what we saw in that last game against the Lions perception, where they're capitalizing on the mistakes that the Huskies USA has given them. And it's not that the Huskies have been playing great quality basketball this whole game. It's just the mistakes are starting to catch up to them here in the third quarter.
Overwhelming what the Sarasota can do to a team in an instant.
Yeah, this Lions team has outscored outscored Huskies USA 21-7 here in this third quarter. And I mean, it's a tough thing to combat, but as we keep alluding to, that Elam rules is huge, because it's not just a time. You have to play till you make that game-winning shot.
And that's why it's so key here at Sarasota. For them, they've created this lead. They're going to have so much more room to play with, rather than going into the fourth quarter only up, say, 8. Now they're going to go up over 20. There's a lot of room to play with.
So Hagge will be at the line to shoot the foul shots. He will miss the first one. Rare miss from the stripe for Timothy Hagge. One more shot left. 3:12 remaining here in the third quarter. And he will make the second one, so he'll go 1 for 2 on that set. 66-41, Sarasota. Huskies USA bringing it up the floor. Bryant had possession. This will be a 3-ball, and that will connect there for Braylon Pickens. And the Huskies USA needed that
He's
to
up
get things
12 now.
to get the energy continued here for Huskies USA. But just that quickly, Timothy Hagee will score the quick 2. Ball bouncing off and will hit the wiring above the backboard and out of bounds. Possession, Sarasota.
Timothy Hagee, 28 points right now in this game. He's found that stroke again. He's at 10 this quarter. We're looking at the first quarter, Timothy Hagee. That we're looking at right now.
I mean, if he doesn't have that many points, it's 44-40 Huskies USA. I mean, he has just been I mean, seriously,
yeah.
It's crazy how much of a spark plug he's been on this team, but not only scoring 28 points, but that unselfishness you see, like you said, that whole second quarter, he was passing the ball and just being electric in any way you can and giving teammates opportunities, and that allowed guys like Jalen Smith to get some buckets as well, because he had some physical shots made in that second quarter. Huskies USA pushing, count it, and the foul. Adam Santana gets the shot to go. That'll cut it back down to 22, 68-46. He'll have a chance for the three-point play.
They're going to need a lot more of that. They're going to need to figure something out here in the last 2:40 this quarter. You want to go into the fourth with obviously that you want the smallest deficit in any game, but especially now so you have less room to come back for to get that 21-point elam.
100%, 68-49, able to complete the three-point play. Pass underneath, it's up and good there for Anthony Lakai. That's his second bucket of the game. Haven't called his name too often today, but starting to play some good quality minutes here in the third quarter. Long three-point attempt, no good. Lakai pulls down the rebound. And Sarasota flying down the court. This will be a 3 if it's good for Green. Air ball shot, chasing it down, and able to pick it up is Simmons. Toss it back down. It's up, and that'll be a foul called, and no shot, so chance for 2 from the line.
A bit of a mismatch there in the paint. He creates the contact, and Trent Bryant doing what any player should do in that situation and get into the line.
So Trent Bryant trying to cut this back down to 19 points and does not make the first free throw. 70-49 is your score. 2:07 left here in this third quarter. So Raheel Siddiqui checks back in for Huskies USA.
And KJ Robinson also getting some minutes now here, checking in for the Lions.
So shooting violation on the shooter for the free throws. So whether that went in or not, it does not count. And score remains 70-49, Sarasota Lions. Sarasota on the push. Gilbert looking to drive. Lakai able to pull down the offensive rebound. KJ Robinson can't get it to go. Lakai pulls it down. Still no good. This will be pulled down by Bryant, and we've got just like a carrying violation on the Huskies USA. And it'll be minute 49 left here in the third quarter.
And if there's a time to turn it on here for Huskies USA, it's right about now. You can't be having small mistakes like carrying violations if you want to get back into a game right now.
And indeed. Controlling it here is Jalen Smith for the Sarasota Lions. Minute 40 and counting down here in this third quarter before we get the Elam rules in the fourth quarter. Lakai going to work here against Danny Lewis. Will do the fadeaway shot, no good. Rebound, Pickens. Pickens taking it himself and draws the foul on Jalen Smith. And again, you said it, if there's a time to turn it on, the time is now, because once those once that Elam score kicks in, you got to get to that target score, and the closer you can get to that potential target score, the better. In and out shot. Lakai able to pull down the rebound.
And as it sits right now, Huskies will have to double the target score.
And that goes flying into us.
And down goes the camera.
Good assist there from Mr. Jalen Smith to pick up the camera for us. Thank you, sir. No, you good. But happens in the land of production sometimes. Got to keep your head on a swivel. Camera looks to be okay. And
not only can Conrad play-by-play, but he can fix cameras.
our producer, Mr. O, is breathing a sigh of relief. But all jokes aside, it's one of the things that you got to notice, no matter how big of an arena you play in, is in the game of basketball, the ball can go flying at a moment's notice.
No matter where you're at, ball's unpredictable.
So at the line, shooting one more. Here is Raheel Siddiqui, and he'll go 0 for 2. But look at the hustle there from Huskies USA. And nearly stripped there by the Lions, still getting passed around. Huskies USA fighting for this shot. They'll throw it up in the air, and what a shot there by Yosef Sways. And that'll get the energy going here for Huskies USA. 70-52 is your score. It's down to 18. Pass around here by the Lions, trying to go slow but quickly at the same time. This will be a long 3-ball in and out. Lakai pulls it down, still being battled for, and they will get the foul called there. Going to go against KJ Robinson. Last touch there, I believe, was Raheel Siddiqui underneath the basket. And it's stuff like this that can really propel a team to kind of get that momentum going, and so far Huskies USA has taken advantage of that.
Yeah, they're doing their best here to try and minimize this deficit before heading into that fourth quarter. But unfortunately, they've had plenty of opportunities at the free throw line here this quarter, and nothing's really going for them.
And that's the big thing I was talking about in that first half, is you have to be able to capitalize on stuff like that, because it does play a part in games like this. Collision there by the half-court line. And there's another turnover on Sarasota. So, I mean, anytime they're going to get these possessions, and if they can score, that's free points going into the fourth quarter. It's down to 17 now. 70-53, Sarasota leads the Huskies USA. They keep it in to prevent the backcourt violation. Siddiqui able to find a man. High shot. They're still good passing around here. Dribbling all over the place, and a travel call.
Wow.
That's the first travel we've seen since the first quarter, and that is against Huskies USA.
Could have used a big bucket there. They could have used one.
So we'll see if the Sarasota Lions hold it for the final shot. There is no shot clock for the remainder of this third quarter. They'll go quickly here. And could not get it put back in was Lakai. And that'll be the end of the third. 70-53. That is the end of the timed quarters. And we will go into Elam ending in the fourth. But before we do that, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after these commercials. magic number is 91. And for Sarasota, they just need 21 points, and they win the game. For Huskies USA, they're going to need 38. Kyle, what do these teams need to do to get that magic number of 91?
Well, Conrad, thank you for the mathematician. If we ever need you for a math problem, make sure to come to you. Yes, 21. For the Huskies, they're going to need to capitalize on a lot of the mistakes that they're able to force the Lions to create. But also, they've been able to get to the free throw line quite often last quarter, and they're going to have to start making those free throws. Tim Haggy will bank that in, will switch that in there, and now all they need is 19 points. Haggy up to 30 now here in this game. And it's going to be out of bounds. Lions will take possession here. And Conrad, although it feels like it's been Sarasota all second half.
Yeah, I'm telling you, player of the game without this fourth quarter even being over is 100% Timothy Hagee. Unless something crazy happens, he is definitely the player of the game here for these Sarasota Lions.
Yeah, I'd have to agree there. Zakari Brent now. He'll pull for three. Nothing going there. Tries to track down his own rebound, but here come the Huskies. It's going to be Dylan Santana going coast to coast. He'll lose it, and it will go to the Lions. Just 19 away here from their target score of 91. Abede will give it to Hagee. He'll pull for three. Puts it in! Tim Hagee.
I mean, at this point, you kind of just look at it as a why not type of a thing. I mean, it's not an on again, off again type of a thing. It's just when he feels that stroke, there's no doubt about it, it's going to go in. I mean, it's just, I don't know what to say. He's just been that guy for Sarasota tonight.
The rim looks double the size than everybody else for Hagee right now. He's up to 33 points. It's going to be a three ball there, and that goes in for Chris Simmons, up to 5 now. It'll make it a 75-56 lead. No basket there, foul on the floor. It will be the Huskies' ball.
I think they're going to get Hagee for stepping on the line, but again, what an effort there to keep that alive and, you know, finding the open man.
We seem to be having some scoreboard issues.
Yeah, the question was why there was no time on the clock, but the reason why it's 9.1 on the main score clock in the gym is because that's their best way of doing the target score. But yeah, there's no time in this fourth quarter. It's Elam ending, which means you take the score of the team with the most points, which in this case for the Sarasota Lions was 70. Magic number is 91.
75-56. Lions lead it. Three ball there for the Huskies, and that goes in. That's going to be Dylan Santana up to 6 points now. Cuts that down 3 more. 75-57. That's going to be a foul on the floor. Huskies trying to do what they can here to limit their losses.
The Lions just need 16 points. Huskies need, trying to do math quickly in my head here.
34.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. See, you're the mathematician right now. But, I mean, 34 seems like a lot, but in a game like this with the Elam ending, they can get right back in it if they do it right.
And it could go down, and it could be a close game in the blink of an eye, Conrad.
100%.
Going to be attack the hoop here. That's going to go off the foot of a Lions player, and we'll stay on this side of the court. Lions doing what they can. Sways the inbound. Had a bit of a shot clock issue there. Inbounded. Here's going to be, that's blocked from outside here. Oh! Caleb Gilbert running into Ed Ball, coach of the Huskies there. We'll stay on this side of the court again.
That was Chris Espinoza, head coach for Huskies USA, and man, he that was like running into a brick wall. So I mean, it just what a fourth quarter it's been for these two teams. I mean, it's Elam ending so first one to 91 points, but I mean the competition between these two teams, with the exception of that third quarter where Sarasota just took over, it has been quality competition between these two teams. They're both very scrappy. They are not afraid to play defense, and the spacing to be in position to collect the ball and to try and do something with it off of a second and third chance. I mean, it's been a quality matchup between these two teams.
We saw that in the first quarter right away with the aggressiveness by both teams. It's just game 3 here in this association, and both teams came out like they were playing for a championship.
100%, and that's the kind of thing you want to see, because this is a brand new league trying to start. It's kind of like a trial run here in the summer for the season to start in 2025. But I mean, it's like you said, it might look like it says summer series on paper, but this means so much to them, because these guys' ultimate goal is to play overseas in the FIBA League. And I mean, this is what you want to see from any athlete, no matter what level you're at, and you love to see that coming here in the land of Sarasota.
And we are back to play here. Huskies will still have the ball. We'll try and penetrate the defense. A little midi there, not going. And that will bounce off the top of the backboard. The Lions will take possession. 75-57 here. Target score to win is 91, so we'll play till somebody hits that mark. And Nico Abeda now will control the offense. And we'll get that out to Zakari Brent. A little mid-range J, nothing going. Rebounded Huskies. Dylan Santana now. He'll get it out to Sways. He shoots a 3. That goes in. 3-point shot by Yusuf Sways, up to 6 points on the day for him now. But Haggy with an answer, nothing going. But look who's down there getting the rebounds. McNeil, and he'll go to the line for 2. Added in a couple rebounds there himself.
And this is going to be huge, because he's been struggling from the free throw line.
Yep.
Made his first one, has not made any since then, but we'll see. Sometimes when like desperation or like clutch time or that nervousness kicks in, some players step up. So we'll see what McNeil can do from the free throw line, as they just need 16 to get to that 91, but Huskies USA is hanging around.
Yeah, they're just 31 away now. If they keep up with what they're doing, they're going to see that gap start to close, Conrad. A little bit of substitutions going on here. We got a platoon switch for the Huskies, it looks like.
Adam Santana and Kevin Beans Jr. will check in for Huskies USA.
It looks like Braylon Pickens will also step in. DeMaris McNeil now. Just 6 points on the day. They seem to struggle from the line. Checking in now for Sarasota will also be Jordan Green.
That's another guy that's very deadly from 3 if you can get him going as well.
Yeah, he hasn't really scored that much today, but he does average 18 on the season for this Lions team. So here come the Huskies. Rejected. Not today on Zakari Brent. That's going to be his 3rd block, or Damaris McNeil, I should say, his 3rd block today. He's just so good at manipulating shots when you get down in the paint.
And that's how you make up for those missed free throws, is just dominating the paint and not let anything get by you. And that's exactly what he did.
And that'll be out of bounds on Kevin Beans Jr. So the Lions will go the other way with it. Haggy will check it in. Here comes Aveda. He'll control the offense. Calling out the shots. Out to Haggy. Haggy will take the high screen. Thought about it. He'll penetrate the off, and he'll give it up to McNeil. He'll bank it in. 77-60 lead now here, as they're 14 points away from their target score. That'll be a foul on Tim Hagee.
One thing I noticed about Hagee when he passed that ball off to McNeil underneath, he pointed to McNeil when he kind of forced that shot in and got it to go, and he goes, hey, let's go.
Yep.
I mean, unselfish duty. He's got an armload of points for this team, but unselfish to be able to pass the ball off and let other teammates get the opportunity as well.
As Yusuf Sways has the easy lay in there. Going to be off the foot of Kevin Beans Jr., so we'll stay here. 77-62 lead here. Huskies doing whatever they can just to hang around. And the beta now. Look at that. Off there. Brent off the front iron. Here come the Huskies. Sways out to the corner. It's going to be Santana for three. Nothing going there. Offensive rebounded by Sways. And, yep, guess who? A beta. Out to Hagee for three. Nothing there, but a great offensive rebound. Zachary Brent in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, that spacing is perfect because, Timothy Hagee had the shot. Missed it, but Brent being in the right spot to catch it out of the air and put it back up, I mean, that's why they continue to climb towards their target score so much faster.
And now just 12 points away from that target score. Beta now, he'll get it out to Jordan Green. Oh! He went up there and wanted to get people on their feet. Will now go the other way. So there was a foul there on a beta, I believe. Yep. That'll be his third personal, fifth team foul. Now in the bonus. So the Huskies here will have plenty of opportunities again if they want them to shoot from the free throw line and try and get back into this thing.
Yeah, it's one thing you don't want to do is let a team like the Huskies hang around, because now they're starting to feel it from the free throw line. They're finding ways to get to the line, and you cannot let a team like that hang around.
Adam Santana will knock in both of those. Now a 79-64 Lions lead. As there he is, Jordan Green there recovering the missed shot off Brent, and he'll lay it in, make it an 81-64 lead, just 10 points away from that target score. And they'll foul Trent Bryant. He'll go to the line for two free throws here. Looks like the Lions are almost okay fouling the Huskies, it seems like.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things where they look at it as you get an opportunity like that where a missed free throw there by Trent Bryant, but if they feel like they could kind of capitalize and maybe cut it down to maybe 1 point or less than that from the line as they go 0 for 2, and then try to trade it the other way for a shot if they do it right.
See there, foul them. They don't really care. They're saying if you're gonna beat us, it's gonna be from the free throw line, and you got to prove it to us.
Right.
And honestly, the Huskies haven't really been able to prove they can make their shots from the free throw line today.
No.
It almost reminds me of Hack-a-Shack.
Yeah. Except difference is there's no you can't choose to go to the line in under 2 minutes.
That's also true. We're here stranded, but he'll make that one. It's Trent Bryant, 81-65 now, his second free throw attempt here. And that one will go off the front iron, rebound to the Lions. Here comes Green. He'll try and take it himself. He'll get fouled. And that'll be on Adam Santana. Be his fourth personal. And
that was, that whole sequence there. Jordan Green got that ball off the rim with one arm and just took it himself. And look at this shot made. Who else? Timothy Hagee for Sarasota.
Hagee up to 35 now on the day. And they're just 8 points away from 91. And the Huskies will go to the line again. Get used to it, folks. You're going to see a lot of it here. It'll be Adam Santana now. He's got 11 on the day.
8 points doesn't seem like a lot, but when you get into situations like this, it is a lot because those last few shots are such the hardest to come by because not only do you have to focus on getting to that magic number of 91, you got to prevent the Huskies from inching even closer.
Tim Hagge, he'll take it to the hoop. He'll get fouled. That one won't go, but he'll get 2 shots now. And Conrad, it can also be kind of hard to get to that target score because it can also be like a mental thing. You know what you need to get, you know what you're going for, and it's just not falling for you. And that can definitely mess you up in the head a little bit.
The score is easy. The hard part is getting there.
Yeah. So Tim Hagge now, but he'll have 2 shots at the free throw line. He's missed a few of those today. That one will go off the front iron.
He's normally kind of like a Steph Curry from the free throw line. He usually doesn't miss, but he's just had a couple misses today that's just uncharacteristic. But that's another thing. Follows it up with a make, and that gets it down to 7 more points to that magic number.
Yeah, but although he's struggled from the free throw line, he's still got 36 on the day. The step back 3 doesn't go off the front iron. That's going to be rebounded by Brent. He'll attack the rim himself. Nothing going there. And that's going to be out of bounds on Jordan Green. Will go the other way. 84-67 here in Sarasota, Florida. Target score 91 for the Sarasota Lions. And that's going to be a foul. A technical foul on head coach John Meyer. Saying he got in the, I don't know if he got in the way there a little bit or not, Conrad, but
yeah.
We also have a little bit of an injury here for the Huskies. I can't see who it is, but let's hope he's okay. I'll keep you updated on that situation.
Yeah, I think it looks like it's going to be it's either number 1 of Trent Bryant or it's number 9 of Braylon Pickens. Can't quite tell. It is Trent Bryant, but he's able to get to his feet and hear the clapping from the crowd. That's a good sign, but yeah, that's kind of an odd technical foul that was picked up there by Lions head coach Meyer because
I don't know if I couldn't tell it was going too fast. I didn't really pick it up with my eye, but he may have made contact with a player on accident.
That could have been,
and
yeah.
that would just immediately initiate a technical foul. Shooting the technical foul free throw for the Huskies is going to be number 11. It's going to be Yusef Sways. 84-68. Lions lead, target score 91 for those just joining us now.
That's the thing, is if you're given a chance for free points, take it. And Huskies USA did just that.
That's going to be blocked there, but they get their own rebound. Nico Abeda, though, on it. Oh, boy, here comes Hagge to Abeda for 3. Nothing. And rebounded, easy lay-in for Jalen Smith.
Haven't said his name in a while, but, I mean, right place, right time, and just that's probably the easiest bucket he's made all night.
Maybe all year. 5 points now. That's all the Lions need as a little hook shot there by Adam Santana. Puts him up to 14 on the day. So the Huskies are now at the 21 point where the Lions started this quarter.
This quarter started 70-53, now 86-70. But, I mean, that hook shot there by Adam Santana was just pretty. I mean, it looked like he had a man on his arm, and he was able to still, like, skyhook it, if you will. But, I mean,
it almost looks slow motion, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it was probably so much faster on the floor, but from our vantage point on the, like, sitting at this table where we're at, it's just, you're right. It's like when you're watching TV or you're watching a movie and you want to get that slow-mo feel. It's like, oh, the golf ball did hit him in the face. it just was so, like, just slow and crisp. But first free throw, I think it's a technical free throw, I think. There by Jalen Smith. He makes the first one. and will make the second one. So target score, Kyle, within 3 for Sarasota.
Just a 3-point shot away. I'm sure we'll see the Lions jack up a couple of those here to try and end it.
Yeah.
But they'll maintain possession after the 2 technical free throws. And a Beta here will take it up for the Lions. Haggie, why not?
3-ball wins it.
Haggie will get the screen. They'll push off him there. That'll go down to McNeil. He'll get fouled. So Damaris McNeil now will have the opportunity for 2 free throws here.
One made free throw tonight, but his game has been the paint. And we've seen flashes of him just completely owning it. And it's we'll see if he can cut this even closer for the Sarasota Lions. Again, just need 3 points to win it, and just any sort of points to make this so that it doesn't force the 3-ball is huge for this team. But for the, if you're on the Husky side, you pray for a miss and see what you can do on the next possession.
And first free throw for Brent goes with the back iron. He hasn't been as much of an impact offensively as he was last game 2 weeks ago, but he's certainly shown his presence still on the defensive side and the rebounding side of things.
So 0 for 2 from the free throw line there. Rebound, Braylon Pickens.
The Huskies now will swing it out to Santana, Dylan Santana. He'll penetrate the offense himself with Brent with McNeil wrapped up all on him, so he'll get 2 shots here at the free throw line.
That's why you continue to play the game, because you never know when situations like this can happen. And I mean, there's no quit on either side. And for the Huskies, I mean, it's every point now counts, and that's another thing you can't have is misses.
The Huskies would need to go on a 21-2 run to win this game. And as hard as that seems, I've seen that plenty of times in basketball. It's
100%.
not an odd thing to happen. So Sarasota certainly needs to just keep their gas on the pedal and just do what they can to finally get these 3 points. A Beta here. He'll get out the Haggie. Haggie for deep 3. Nothing. Try to end it there. Rebound to Lions. Back out to Haggie. Gets over his head and will go the other way. I feel like McNeil there had an opportunity just to lay it in, but he passed it out to Haggie, which would eventually find.
I think they were thinking, let's end it now. Let's not take 2 more possessions.
And ball's going to find its way on the ground into the corner. That 3-ball rattles out. That was Braylon Pickens. Abeda for 3, puts it in! Nico Abeda ends the game here by a final score of 91-71, and the Sarasota Lions continue their win streak to 3. Conrad, it was a bit of an intense game throughout, but nonetheless, Sarasota, they still win by 20.
Yeah, what a game. I mean, it got a little dicey there in that 4th quarter with the Elam rules, but I mean, when you need a shot and you have to have it, I mean, everybody was looking, even we were looking at Timothy Haggie to pull down that 3-pointer, but Nicholas Abeda, or as he goes by, Nico Abeda, I mean, he has been scrappy all game. I mean, he has been all over the place, not afraid to take a hit, battling for that ball, and it was his time. They left him open near the middle of the key, and he just took it. And, I mean, this is why you love this style of basketball, because it's not just, oh, we're going to run this clock out and go home. It's, no, you need to shoot a game winner there right now. And
you got to keep playing ball. And you mentioned Tim Haggie. He finishes this game of 36 points, started off the first quarter 18, and he was magnificent all the way through.
Scored the first 12 points of the game, Kyle. 12 points. And, I mean, you said 36 points or 38?
36.
36, okay. So quick math. 91 minus 36, that is 55.
There's the math, folks.
So if they don't do that, they lose 71-55. So heck of a game for Tim Haggie. So we're going to have
we actually have Timothy Haggie here for you.
It's Tim Hagee will step into the announcer's booth here. Mr. Hagee, how you doing, sir?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Good. Excellent game. You had 36 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists, 2 steals. How did it feel out there today?
Fun. I love playing this game. My teammates make it even better. They always believe in me, and just like I believe in them. So we always push each other every day in practice, and they expect the best out of me just as much as I do out of them, and that's what makes us great.
What was the overall energy going into that first quarter? You scored the first 12 points for your team. Was there just something different about today, or did you just feel it?
I just felt it. Like I said, my teammates believe in me. They expect me to put the ball in the cup, and that's what I came here to do.
For sure. This isn't your first rodeo with professional basketball. What has been the overall experience for you in this new league of the Sunbelt Basketball Association?
Well, it's not my first rodeo. I actually played overseas a couple times. Been in Canada as well, and I just came from the TBL season. But I love this league down here, man. It's full of competitors. Like I said, all my teammates, they go at each other every day. Like every day. Like even though we just won, we're about to go home and talk about how we can be better tomorrow. So.
100%. Well, thank you for joining us. It's been great to get to talk to you, and looks like your teammate, Mr. Abeda. I mean,
yes,
who had the game-winning shot, got it. So
appreciate it.
Great to talk to you.
Good to see you.
For sure.
Have a good one.
This has been Timothy Hagee with the post-game recap. We'll welcome back Kyle Ainsworth to the booth. But Kyle, just been a great game, as Timothy Hagee just said in that post-game interview. They go hard each and every game, and they don't, like he said, they're going to go home after tonight and talk about how they got better after they just won by 20 points. So definitely something that's great to see from this team.
I'm watching them right now have fun on the court, taking pictures. I mean, it's just all a team atmosphere, and that kind of shows on the court. 36 points. Are you kidding me? And they turn around tomorrow and do it again, but I have no doubts that you'll keep it up.
Speaking of tomorrow, they will be playing the, I think it's the St. Cloud Force tomorrow. That'll be a huge matchup, and yeah, it'll be, again, still a young season and a kind of a, summer shootout, but fun nonetheless. But we will definitely see you all tomorrow at 5 p.m. here at the Sarasota School of Arts and Sciences Gymnasium for the SBA Summer Series Game 4. It's again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern on the Sunbelt Basketball Association Network. For Kyle Ainsworth, I'm Conrad Volch. We'll see you guys tomorrow.